Morning, welcome to the video. It's Tuesday the 27th of May. So over the weekend the long weekend, bank holiday weekend even, we had in true bank holiday style we had a bit of rain. So that's worked really well, particularly if you remember last week. Was it last week? I think it was. Yeah, my lawn, I did some stuff to it for the first time. I think I cut it twice up until that point. And yeah, that's greened up really well, so I'll show you that in a few days time. So it's had a week's worth of kind of watering. If you remember, I fed it and I put a wetting agent down, and then I watered it regularly, as well as the natural rain. So it's obviously Tuesday now because it's been a bank holiday, so it's just fortnightly mowing as well as the weekly stuff. Now I'm doing a half day on Friday because we're going away for my son's birthday, a little bit earlier than his actual birthday, but long story. So anyway, normally what I do in that situation is just slide everything forwards one day, but because it's been bank holiday I can't do that. So there's a little bit of if you remember last week, actually I did one lawn from this week already, so that's kind of created me a couple of hours gap. So I'm going to use that to sort of my advantage and just mix things around a little bit, and that's how I always explain it to clients when I take them on. You know, they get that weekly slot, and let's just say it's a Thursday, but I always say to them, look, you know, if we were going away for a long weekend or something, then what I might do is just move everyone forward one day. So you know, you've kind of got to expect that. Equally, if it's a bank holiday Friday, so Good Friday for instance, again I just slide everyone forwards one day. So for a few people they'll be slid forwards a day, and actually in this case this week I'm going to be two of my Thursday lawns I'm actually going to do on the Friday because they're closer to home, and they're only going to take sort of together, the two of them will take like a morning's work. So time wise for me needing to be home to go, that's going to work out perfect. So yeah, a little bit of a flexibility goes a long way. So yeah, I'm just going to get the mowers out and then I will see you at a job. I've not done one of these videos in a while. It's raining, and that's a beautiful sound because the lawns, as I say, have been drying up. So yesterday was actually from the morning through to the afternoon, all day in fact, just on and off showers, which actually is sort of the best kind of rain. What you don't want when it's been really dry is just to have a really quick, absolutely hectic sort of downpour, and then that's it, that's all you get. Kind of light, consistent rain, that's what you want, and that's kind of what we got, on and off. So you know, it may be that this kind of rain we've had over the weekend, it may be the rain that we need just to kind of save the summer and just stop those lawns going dormant. We will hope. I mean, from next week onwards we'll be into summer treatments, so yeah, it's needed. So yeah, right, well, I'm going to finish my coffee. Hectic weekend and I'm paying for it now. So right, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so this is one which was a fortnightly, and I'm just helping them out by doing it once a month. It's kind of works with my schedule, so that's a month's growth. You can see the little areas there of the white flowers. I'm actually just going to leave that this week, and next month cut that down. It just kind of looks like it's meant to be, doesn't it? And the back, very long as expected. So again, all I'm going to do is just cut and drop. It's just to keep it looking like it's been maintained. I'm going to try and do it with the Ego. If it can't hack it, then I'll have to bring a hater in, but I don't really want to. Okay, so this is a 5 amp hour battery, and I think there was maybe one bar not connected, but this grass, it was long but it was sparse, and I've used the whole battery up. I had to put it on a mid-height setting. It kept cutting out because this is underpowered. I know it's a homeowner model, but it's certainly not the job. not the mower for mowing monthly lawns, put it that way. And bearing in mind that it actually cuts so high, it doesn't, sorry, bearing in mind it doesn't cut that low, you sort of question what lawns it is meant for. I've not used the professional ones of these, so I've no idea if they're any better. And this is the front. As I say, a bit of rubbish, I'll pick that up. But yeah, just kept my clusters in there, just keep it looking wild, but under control. I'll also run around the blower, I haven't done that yet. It's Wednesday morning. Let's see if we can go and scare someone, shall we? What are you doing?
Oh, not you again.
Me again, you alright?
Yeah, you?
Good to see you. A little bit of hedge cutting, eh?
Yes, mate. Butchering.
Okay. Good.
Where are you parked?
Just over there.
Oh, right.
See? There you go. There was Curtis Mola from CJ Gardens, maybe? Can't remember. I'll put it in. There. Hazelmere. This is one of my lawns, which isn't a Hazelmere lawn, but it's the mother of the clients. So they asked me to just pop down periodically and give the grass a cut. So it is Wednesday, fortnightly Wednesdays on a Wednesday with a Thursday chucked in. If you remember last week, I did the lawn where no one lives. So just to create a little bit of a gap. Morning. So it's Thursday, but it's Friday on a Thursday, if that makes sense. So just quickly, I've completely forgot to mention, so yesterday my battery was pretty much dead all day, it didn't charge properly overnight. So yeah, just wanted to discuss the troublesome lawn. If you remember from last week's video, which has been seeded 3 times now, and lots of areas haven't taken, and the problem is the seed was, well, maybe the first time the birds ate it, because if you remember, the covers all blew off and the guy was on holiday, so it never got watered, and the covers weren't protecting 2/3 of the lawn, so maybe the birds did eat that seed. But on the other occasions, the seed had gone completely, wasn't there, wasn't in the soil. Now normally if you don't water the lawn, the seed just kind of sits there. So I wrote to the client and I said, this is, I've reseeded for the 3rd time. I fed the lawn to strengthen the established grass, and as to where the seed's going is a bit of a mystery. I said the only experience I've had in the past of seed disappearing is mice running underneath the covers and just eating it as quick as you throw it out, particularly if you get like multiple mice. So that's why I didn't put the covers back on, because I wanted to let's literally just watch the seed and see what happens to it. And the client, I don't think he sort of believed me that might be the case. However, very quickly, within a day, he messaged me to say yes, there are mice living under the decking and they are eating all the seed. So that explains why there was no seed there to germinate. Sometimes these jobs can be a bit of a mystery. You have to play detective, and we had a case of I was seeding a lawn, the seed was disappearing, the covers were on it, so it wasn't the birds. So it's not magic, it doesn't disappear, it has to be something. And experience had told me that it probably was mice or rodents, and that's what it's turned out to be. So anyways, mystery solved. Right, so as I say, it's Friday on a Thursday. Now if you remember 2 weeks ago I showed you this lawn and it was really dry, and then last week I came here and I found the sprinkler out and I seen that the client was watering it, which is great. So last week I fed it with a 1248 organic fertilizer, and then we had some rain. A lot about lawn care is having the flexibility to work with the weather. So I'll show you the lawns now. I haven't cut them yet. See, that one's greened up quite a bit, and this one has greened up loads. So this is fantastic. Another lawn that was cut and fed last week, so all striped up. So yeah, seriously, combination of the fertilizer and the rain has made a massive effect, and these lawns have bounced back. Still a way to go, but summer is summer after all, and these aren't getting watered. Morning. So it's Friday now. If you remember last week, the state of my lawn. So if you remember, I cut it, I fed it, and I put a wetting agent down, and then we had some natural rain, and that's all I've done to it. I'll show you it now. It has greened up no end. So that's been a week. So Thursday lawn on Friday. So if you remember, I did the first cut. Well, I laid it 3 weeks ago now. Did the first cut last week, particularly with new turf, which has been laid this time of year. It grows like there's no tomorrow. And what you find is you get yourself in a situation where cutting it on 6 is okay, but dropping it down to 5 is just way too much. So that's where the Toro match cut. So I've got that set up on my other 56 Pro. That always makes a big difference, because you can just drop it down slightly, and not sort of, sometimes if you go one notch too far, you kind of just lose that lush greenness, and that's not what we want to do. Okay, all done. So last week was the first cut, and I put it on 6. Obviously that's the highest of 7, I think, highest setting, can't go any higher than that anyway. Felt I could take it one notch down, so went to 6. Then cut it, took loads off, and left it all looking lush and green. And then this time 6 again. This time cut it again, took all the sort of the new growth off, went over a couple of times, then dropped it down to 5, setting 5. And as I say, you don't want to make a mistake and then take too much off, so just kind of went down here, just into the corner, set it up on 5, dropped it down to see if it took too much off. It didn't. It was nice lush green, so that was great. So then came in and just put some, just put some other stripes in, and then yeah, and then we went back over the original ones just to get a more of an even cut, because it's you know, 2 weeks I've been cutting long ways or sideways, depending how you look at it. And yeah, problem is as you look into the sun, you can't see any of the stripes from this side, so any passing potential trade, it's not going to jump out at them until this afternoon. And then this evening these stripes are going to be, you know, absolutely popping, just like they are on this side. But they'll pop more now because there's still the moisture of the dew in the morning. So if you remember last week, I fed this seeded area. I mean, it's kind of really, oh crikey, there's a hole there. It's sort of blending in now. I mean, you can obviously see it because the lawn has weeds in and stuff, and this bit doesn't really. It'll be left now, and I won't do any more to it. I've kind of built it up, and it will now just be left to kind of become the same sort of lawn as we've got at the back here, and we've got lots of clover, buttercups and stuff like that. And I think that's kind of in keeping with kind of the style of the cottage and everything else. Out the front, we'll make that the kind of statement lawn with its feeds and its stripes and everything else. I still stripe this lawn up, but yeah, it's just going to be a little bit more natural. And actually this is the lawn that's going to get hacked by the sun. This is the lawn that is going to get all the weeds sort of coming in from the wildflower meadows, etc, etc, etc. In a drought, they're not going to water all of this lawn, but they would water the small part at the front. So yeah, we're just going to kind of leave it as it is. As you can see, lots of clover in there. A point to sort of add on that is that generally a clover lawn is a green lawn, so that's actually going to help keep some colour during the summer, particularly if there's a drought. Not if it's a crazy drought, but it will it certainly helps and makes a big difference. Okay, so if you look now, obviously there's no sun shining on it, there's a cloud cover over the sun, so now these lines from the roadside are now popping perfectly. So the passing traffic is stopping to admire them, and I've had a few comments. And also the checkerboard effect now is coming into play nicely. So that's it. It's a nice easy day for me actually. I'm done now, and as I say, we are going away for the just for one night, but a nice family day away. So yeah, it's taken a lot of, oh, that's dizzy, isn't it? It's taken a lot of preparation to get to this point by having to pick off a few of these lawns earlier than expected. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Not a great deal of content this week because it has been a really short week, but yeah, I shall see you next week. Next week we are starting the summer treatments, so we'll be going back to some of those lawns that were seeded in I guess late March, early April, and from what I've seen, they seem to be doing okay. I certainly haven't heard of any more rats or mice eating seed or anything like that. So yeah, hopefully it'll be a nice surprise to see the lawns in a decent condition. Plus, with the rain we've had in the last week, that would have helped bring them back nicely.